الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So, inshallah, we'll continue Tafsir Surah Taha. So, from today on, inshallah, we'll start from 4 o'clock. And tonight, inshallah, start from ayah 99. That we read first, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ذلك نقص عليك من أنباء ما قد سبق وقد آتيناك من لدنا ذكرا من أعرض عنه فإنه يحمل يوم القيامة وزرا خالدين فيه وسالهم يوم القيامة هملا يوم ينفخ في السور ونحشر المجرمين يومئذ زرقا. So before we start with ayah 99, let me refresh the memory. Remember the Surah Taha start talking about the Quran. The Quran come to give you guidance, Quran to make you happy. And then Allah talks story about Musa alayhi salam, Musa with Fir'aun, Musa with his people, Musa with Samiri until they worship the calf, right? And so on. So after all that story, now look like come back to the beginning. Talk again about listening to Muhammad sallallahu, right? Look like Allah want to tell Muhammad, hey Muhammad, what happened to you in Makkah with all this challenge is happened to prophet before you at Musa alayhi salam. Like I did support Musa, also I will support you. So therefore why is it very important to entertain us when you have difficulties to read the story, to read what happened people in the past, right? كذلك نقص عليك من أنباء ما قد سبق وقد آتيناك من لدنا ذكرا. Ahmad, did you find Sham?
No, I did not. He did not answer the phone. Joban.
Okay, can you read for me?
Sure. The Surah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Surah started with discussion on the Quran, making it clear that the purpose of its revelation to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not that he might be afflicted with it by it. Part of the Quran covers the story of Moses and how it reflects the care God took of Moses, his brother Aaron, and their people. The Quran describes here as a reminder because it reminds us of God, His signs, and His messages, as well as other signs given to people of old.
So he said, كذلك نقص, thus that we relate to you, Muhammad sallallahu, some information about what happened before, right? It's about Musa alayhi salam. And then he said, and to you, وَقَدْ آتَيْنَاكَ, and I give to you from us dhikra. Dhikra means Quran. Because in another ayah, Inna nazzalna alayka dhikra. I sent to you dhikr. Dhikr means reminder, remembrance, right? Because Quran basically is to remind people. Yeah? Yeah. And the way that the Quran reminds us in many ways, sometimes and among them is relate to you the story, right? Yeah. And remember that all the story in the Quran was selected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So in the Quran, there is remind you what Allah asked you to do, what is prohibition, right? Remind you about what's the goal of this life, remind you that if you do this, this will be reward, right? Yeah, remind you with Jannah, remind you with the hellfire, right? So almost Quran, the way Quran remind us in combination, So always when Allah talk about what? About Jannah, think Allah about hellfire. Hellfire and Jannah. Why is it? Because there's human being like a children. Some children, if you tell them, if you study, I will give you this. I bring you to this Disneyland. They will be smart. Some didn't care, right? If you don't study, I'll take yourself by punishment. Now, human being, something like that. Some people they touch when the Quran talk about Jannah, so he become have like in Ramadan, they always talk about the reward of Ramadan and all this stuff, but last time of Ramadan, everybody will come to right. Yeah, so this how the Quran. But the word in Arabic here, dhikra in indefinite. So that means it could be Quran, could be anything, should be reminding. For us, for example, know what going in Gaza, it is minus for us. And there was the people of Gaza remind the people in the word how to be steadfast, how to be patient, how to be strong, even in this situation. As we mentioned that there is many American non-Muslim, they become Muslim or the sympathy with them because for them it's not make sense. They try to find what behind all this. They lost their houses, children, everything, still smiling. The most word we hear from them is Hasbunallah, Allah's patient, right? Allah's patient for us. So, yesterday I saw it was raining there, and they was living on the tents. And I saw the children, they put their bucket like this, because no water, right? They were smiling. Subhanallah. I can imagine how inside to be wet because, Subhanallah. Yes, cold also, right? Yeah. So yesterday was somebody have, injured, and he have to go to doctor. Doctor said you have to make a little bit of surgery. I said, look, you are lucky. You have problem, little finger, the doctor, you find it is hospital there, there is over there. The woman have labor and they have to have what you call it. She said, there's no anesthesia. Yeah, that's also dhikr. When atayna dhikr, that means you always thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Allah send the reminder. من أعرض عنه فإنه يحمل يوم القيامة وزرا. Ahmed?
This fate is shown in a scene of the day of judgment, in which the days of this present life are seen to be infinitesimal. The earth loses its mountains and is seen flat and bare. Sounds are hushed before God, the most merciful, and the faces are humbled before God, the ever living.
Yeah, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I sent to you dhikra, Muhammad. And then he said, whoever turn away from it, from the Quran, from the reminder, he will carry heavy thing on their judgment. Right? Yeah. So that means if he a Muslim, we believe in Quran, but we make it easy. We're not really. And even some Muslim, this Quran is not fit for this century, right? So look like good Allah, right? That's dangerous. Yeah. But the very said yahmilu, right? Mean you carry burden, bear heavy burden, right? Because sin, disobedience is a burden, their judgment, right? Yeah, when you turn away from Allah, it become burden. And sometimes carry burden is either spiritually, sometimes like a lot of people they did something in their life you're not supposed to. Many soldiers, for example, they become like suicidal. They try to kill himself. Who come from Iraq, from everywhere. I was reading about the Dutch soldiers in Bosnia who let the what you call the Serbian the mass killing report, and they're watching that, and they're able to prevent them because you are UN, but you didn't do that. They was work together, but then they hand them, and some of them they kill themselves, right? So, oh, you made something mistake in your life, something they always hand you. Why do this? This burden. So imagine, somebody uh, did a big thing, right? Like massacre, like genocide, like no. So the reason that what happened in Gaza, we couldn't believe on this day, right? If they believe, just imagine in the hadith said, in the judgment, the bird will complain to Allah. Say, God, this man, he said they kill me not any for any reason, just to play. I'm a bird. Imagine you are children and all human being, right? How much that burden. Sometimes when you see the prisoner, they tied their hand and then their leg and they put the burden and have to walk. How heavy that burden, right? So whoever turn away from Quran, right? Because Quran, to make you happy in this life, not to make you miserable. Now, when you turn away from the Quran and you want to be free in this life, so you're going to carry the burden and the judgment, right? خالدين فيه وساء لهم يوم القيامة هملا.
They will abide in that state in the fire of hell, and evil indeed will it be that load for them on the day of resurrection. I'm sorry, did you hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you. You read this one?
Oh, no, that one. This scene and the warnings made in the Quran are intended to arouse feelings of God consciousness, reminding people of their relationship with God.
So whoever turn away from reminder from Quran, right? We carry the burden, and then also, how long that somebody has been punished, put in jail, 30 years, 50 years, whatever, right? But in the end, what? Mandela, 27 years. But become president in the end. But here, holy Nafi, there's no limit. Subhanallah. It's scary. And this is the worst that people carry on the day. So therefore, something we have like big equipment, big something, and you see, wow, so complicated. But then there's manual. Just put the button and work. Just button. So Quran like that. Just put the button. Forward is away. Right? So therefore, uh, when you finish the Quran, what we said, Sadaqallahul Azim. Sadaqah. That means what? Everything Allah said is truth. Right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't do it to be our binar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't marry non-believers. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always give us guidance in anything. Don't dealing with what you call usury business. Right? Don't oppress people. Right? Yeah. Don't lie. Subhanallah. So don't everything is to make your life is what? Happy in this life. Right? Yeah. So therefore why on the day of judgment Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring the happiest people in the world. Very happy. Right? 70 years old, maybe he died. He had everything, never sick. And Allah going to put him like Tibet on the hellfire. And I left it. How long did you enjoy? Said never. Well, I don't know. What for? 70 years? With 1 second. Right? Subhanallah. So, and in the opposite also, maybe somebody read in this word, they're struggling because for Muslim, before you eat, you have to look at the ingredient. You buy the medicine with ingredient. It's not really, as you like. Before business, you make sure halal, haram. Of course, this is some difficult, right? So maybe he's struggling in this life, right? And so Najib, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put also in the Jannah 1 second and lift it. How long did he suffer? He said, I never suffered, right? Yeah. So that's the comparison, right? يوم ينفخ في الصور ونحشر المجرمين يومئذ زرقا.
Thus, do we relate to you some of the history of past events, and thus have we given you, out of our grace, a reminder. Just as Moses' history is related in the Quran, so do we also relate other past events. The Quran is described here as a reminder because it reminds us of God, His signs and messages, as well as other signs given to people of old.
So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring us to the scene. He said, Yawma, on the day when the trumpet will blow. Right? In Arabic called the day of mahshar, the day of gathering. They have 3 stages, right? The first one, when the angel blow, then everything will be what? Dead. Khalas. Right? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask the angel of death, is who still died? Who's still alive? He said, the one who carried the arsh, that 8 angel. Then Mikael and Jibril. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, take their souls. So all died. Right? Who's still alive? That's you, me. Imagine that only Malakul Maut and Allah. Allah said, you too. So we'll take his soul, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, when Allah started taking his soul, it was for us so painful. He said, if I know how painful, he said, I will not take anybody's soul. It's too late. Right? So this is what the Quran said, the Hadith said. That time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, Aina al-Jababir, where's the king? Where's the minister? Who's the kingdom? Every day when you pray, what he said, Maliki Yawmiddin, the king of their judgment, right? That means, Ya Allah, if as I stand up today here, I will stand up also over there. Isn't Allah also is the king now? Yes. But there is people also, they claim to be king, right? But on that day, khalas. No one able to claim I am a king. Intaha khalas, right? So then, situation will be people who are sleeping. Let me finish khalas. Rasulullah said, how long will like that? He said, for 40. But he not described, he said 40 years, 40 days, 40 hours, so nobody know. The importance in 40. Just put 40 years, right? People sleeping. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will throw again. This is the second one, right? Because he said, so the first one died, and then he said, وَنَحْشُرُ, and we gather. And Allah put specific because they talk about the one who refused to follow the Quran, right? He said, al-mujrimin, the criminals. On that day, zurqo, blue eye. Blue eyes is the symbol of scare in Arab language. Oh man, your eyes blue. That means you are very scared. Oh, he's very sick, and you worried. The doctor said, man, you will not make it. So that's the like the symbol, right? Because in the other ayah said, يَوْمَ تَبْيَضُ وُجُوهُ وَتَسْوَدُّ, on the day that the face become bright and the other one can dark, right? So basically showing us how terrified. How people on that time was very, very scared. Especially what? The criminal. Yeah? So when they wake up now in Surah Yasin, قالوا من بعثنا من مرقدنا, because the thought, all this criminal and all this, they're happy because, oh, this is the end. So when they wake up again, I said, who wake up us? I thought it's no more, right? هذا ما وعد الرحمن. This one what Allah promised you. This one God said, كلا سوف تعلمون, right? ثم كلا سوف تعلمون. No, you will know. No one is. No, they are خلاص scared, right? يتخافتون بينهم إن لبثتم إلا أشرا.
Terrified, they speak to one another in whispers. They cannot raise their voices. All this describes the fear that overwhelms them at that moment when all the dead are raised. But what is the subject of their whispers? They simply try to guess the duration of their life on earth, for that life has become so short in their view that they imagine it to have lasted only a few days. Some of them say, you have spent but 10 days on earth.
What? They were spinning. Come on, how long did you live? Maybe they live what they 90 years. Maybe they, but look, yeah. Something I still remember when I arrived in US until now. I still remember that. Look like yesterday. When Ramadan came, Ramadan again. The time is very short. So therefore, why in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the examples, right? Like Prophet Uzair, when you see the city was ruined. And how Allah can bring it back? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused him to death, right? For how long? 100, 100 years. 100 years. So he sleep 100 years. So when he wake up, the angel said, how long did you sleep there? Maybe one day, half day, right? Even if it ask something, you are tired, you sleep, maybe you sleep for 12 hours and then you wake up, look like, right? We don't feel it. So when he wake up, he said, yeah. He said, no, you sleep 100 years. What? Yeah. He said, Fandur ila tu'amika. But look to your food and drink. How long the food can stay? A few days, right? But the food was still fresh. And he said, look at your donkey. What about donkey? Donkey be born. Should give donkey longer, right? If donkey died, so we love food. Allah want to show them, Allah can give something that short become longer. The food and donkey died. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show him how donkey alive again. Start from born, the flesh, everything. So he see, subhanallah, right? So this example that he woke up, it's like, so therefore when in the hadith said, An-nasuniyam, people are sleeping now. Wa idha matu, when they die, they wake up. Oh, and the grave already, they wake up. They just realize now, oh, yeah. And also, if you look at, okay, somebody get angry and shoot somebody, right? And he died. And how long did it take him kill somebody? Few seconds. And how long he stay in jail? Right? 30 years maybe, 20 years. I met an inmate and he said, I was stupid. I said, what happened? Alhamdulillah, I became Muslim now. And after that, I got angry to my girlfriend because I give her everything and I saw it with somebody else. So I took the gun, just like that, right? So, so therefore, when people, even the people who doing the sin, like somebody commit adultery, how long did they enjoy, right? Uh, so now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show us what's going to happen. They said, man, I'll attend this, right? So therefore, there's a king. He asked his advisor to write something on the door. When people see that, if he is have blessing, happy, he not be arrogant. If he is sad, he not depressed, right? What word is good? He said, this time will pass. This situation will pass, right? So the one who get blessing all this, man, not forever. They will go. Bless your wife, beautiful, after a will pass, right? The one who are sad in difficulties also will not continue like this. You will be cured, right? Yeah. So therefore, one day, there's hadith. The hadith said, "Ad-dunya sijnul mu'min." This word is the present for the believers, right? But Jannah, heaven for disbeliever. So long time ago in Egypt, there's no car yet. There's a judge, Muslim judge. He was riding, the horse, like what, three horse this year, and then they have like this, what they call it, carriage, yeah, the carriage, and they come out to the, and it's the Jews disbeliever. It was in the street, it was begging. He said, "Hey, Jad, yeah, Hakim, your prophet said this dunya is prison for us. You have prison for you, for Muslim, and this is the Jannah for us." What Jannah? I am beggar, and you are. I said, look, compared to over there, right? I am in prison, and you are in Jannah. You compare the hellfire, you're good here, you happy to make. But for me, subhanallah, yeah. نحن أعلم بما يقولون إذ يقول أمثلهم طريقة إن لبثتم إلا يوما.
We know very well what they will say when the best among them is not in knowledge, and wisdom will say, you stayed no longer than a day.
Continue, Ahmed.
All right, I'll read that to you. They simply try to guess the duration of their life on earth, for that life has become so short in their view that they imagine it have lasted only a few days. Thus, their life on earth, with all its pleasures, comforts, grief, and worries, shrinks into insignificance. It lasted only a brief period of time and was one of little value to anyone.
Remember the first one said 10 days. What 10 days, man? It's only one day. We're discussing. The first year have two opinions. Some is talk about life in this dunya. That's the stronger one. The other one, when they're sleeping. How long did we sleep after the first trumpet? Right? Yeah. But all this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to show us, how long this dunya compared to akhirah is nothing. Right? So therefore he said, Imam Ibn Taymiyyah said, Inna fi dunya jannah. In dunya there is jannah. Who did not enjoy jannah dunya will not enjoy over there. So people of jannah, they enjoy it. Right? What does it mean? It means when you have iman, you have taqwa, you have, have good thought about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are in Jannah. The people in Gaza, they are in Jannah with all this calamity. Why? Because they have iman. And people maybe live in New York City in the big houses and all this, and many of them not happy. I have a taxi driver before. He told me a very, very funny story. So there's a man here in Bellevue, close to the river. They have like mansion house. He worked in long time ago in Microsoft, but he's single. So why not get married, man? You have big house. You live. Marry one woman all life, right? Yeah, but marry, have company at home, we have children. Children, you want to make headache? It's better my dog. Right? So, so said, one of the sign of the hour, people prefer to have pet than their own children. In people in my country, in many see a dog here, they will be jealous because dog here have special food, they have advertised for food dog and everything. We are on the street, most dog, right? So anyway, and people they are very focused to that. Dr. Yasir Fazaga, he's psychologist. He told the story. He said he was invited to give Islam 101 in the church. So to finish, the priest told him, said, look, somebody have lost their son, their children, and they want to have counseling with you. So they go to the room, and a couple, and the wife told the story about, her son, we always, they always middle sleep together, we go to the park, so all the thing. And he died yesterday. And then he saw him, the picture of their kid was Chihuahua. He said, all this for Chihuahua. Subhanallah. Yeah. So come back to the taxi driver. So one day on Saturday, he asked him to pick him up. Right? So he waiting outside, and then the woman came. Wait a minute, he didn't have wife. What the woman? And sitting behind, of course. So he just wait like this. Go, man. What's his voice? So this called what you call it? Dress cross? Huh? Cross dresser. Cross dresser. So he said every Saturday, Sunday, he wearing like that, go to the nightclub. What is it? Because they're looking for happiness for something. You know what people in the Hollywood, right? They try to find something to entertain, but people always boring because dunya is boring, right? Subhanallah. So therefore, if you have iman, you have taqwa, we have yaqeen Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with all difficulties, then you are happy. Did you hear the sheikh commit suicide? Sheikh killed himself. Did you hear? Who was like? The actor, the actress, the one who commits suicide, people who have everything. Was the empty here, right? So, yeah. So this discussing, but 10 days, no, it's only one day, man. Right? وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْجِبَالِ فَقُلْ يَنْسِفُهَا رَبِّي نَسْفًا.
And they ask you concerning the mountains. Say, my Lord will blast them and scatter them as particles of dust. This awesome scene is further enhanced by returning to a question they had asked during their life on earth about the mountains and what would happen to them. The answer vividly describes the state of fear in which they find themselves.
So the Arab, they saw, if you go to Makkah now, you see all around the mountain, around Kaaba's mountain, right? So this the Arabic pot. So after he hear Muhammad, legend man, people going to die. So they make a pottery. I said, we agreed it because I saw that. My grandfather died. The bird died, and then the tree died and come back alive. So this one. About the mountain. I never see the mountain collapse. Right? So now all this question like a joke. Muhammad, what did he say? We will build another mountain. We have earthquake, no mountain. Right? And the Quran said, Fakul yansifuha rabbi nasfa. So the mountain, the Quran, very interesting. They mention in different ayah about the mountain. Sometimes the mountain will be moving. Some say the mountain like a cotton. So this is like stages. But in the end, the mountain like a dust. Right? How about you? If the mountain is heavy, will be gone. Right? No. So this is something Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, remind people with the thing that they see every day. For example, one day he said to his companion, the believer like one of the three. Anybody know which tree? Everybody was thinking about different kind of tree, right? Abdullah bin Abbas is still young. He know this. I know this. That palm tree. But it's Abu Bakr, Umar, I don't know what, right? And Rasulullah said, yes, that palm tree. Why is it? Because the Arab every day he saw that palm tree, but never reflects, right? So the believer like that palm tree. If that palm tree, everything from it is beneficial. Some tree, not everything beneficial for the tree. The trunk for what on that day? For the pillar of the houses. And the leaf for the cover, roof. The death, of course. So everything benefit. That means a Muslim to be like that. Everything from him had to be beneficial. His mind beneficial to others. His mouth beneficial. His hand. That's Muslim should be. And also, when banana, for example, can you eat banana before wrap? No. But that they have different name. If it's still young, they call balah. And it's good. I like it. Like the yellow one or the red one. And you have then become tamar. If they are ready, become balah. Right? And then become ruto. Ruto banjania when you are, right? When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give to Prophet Isa when he was born. Subhanallah. Right? It's no season. All is beneficial. So Muslims to be like that. But unfortunately, some Muslims not like that. They have season, only Ramadan. Ramadan becomes super Muslim. Become brutal only Ramadan. After Ramadan, bye. No, it should be all season. Right? As I mentioned, there is Muslim, daily Muslim. And some Muslim, weekly Muslim. Weekly Muslim? Only Jummah. Very interesting something, if people who come Jummah, only Jummah, people say, brother, where were you? I didn't see you. At least I come for Friday, man. He's proud because the other didn't come on Friday. That's better. But some Muslim yearly, yearly mean only eat. Oh, and then more, they eat. But it's still better. Some Muslim all you see him twice. When is it? Oh, when wedding? In the what? Janazah. خلاص. Yeah. Right. Fine. So what happened to the mountain now? فَيَذَرُهَا قَاعًا صَفْصَفًا.
Then he shall leave it as a level, smooth plain. These images come clearly to our eyes, and we see the great mountains, which we have known to be firmly rooted and stable, being blown and scattered. They are raised no more. Indeed, they are flat, level with no curves or any rugged surface. The whole earth is flat, level, having neither hills nor valleys.
Subhanallah. Said Himalaya, right? Allah Subhanallah. Said, yeah, 12,800 meter. Yeah, that's good. Here we have about Everest. Yeah. Said Everest now, they blew, they will all have flood in here. Yeah, for us. And then Allah SWT going to make all this like a carpet. The rolling for us. Your job finished. The plate. Subhanallah. لا ترى فيها عوجا ولا أمتا.
You will not see therein a depression or an elevation. But after the blowing away of the mountains, the storm dies down and the gathered multitudes listen attentively. Every mountain and every little sound is hushed. They all listen to the voice that calls them to group together, and they follow its command submissively, acting promptly, turning neither here nor there.
So what happened now? Everything was destroyed. Everything is the mountain become flat, right? So on that day, we hear the caller, right? And what's the caller then? يوم يتبعون الداعي لا عوج له وخشعت الأصوات للرحمن فلا تسمع إلا همسا.
That day, that is, everyone will follow the call of the caller, with no deviation therefore, and voices will be stilled before the most merciful, so you will not hear except a whisper of footsteps. This is a totally different reaction from the one showed in this life, where they were called on to follow divine guidance, but they turned away and refused.
Yeah. Here they call that. Hayya ala salah, put blanket. This day you can put blanket, man. Right? On the day that they call this class, no one will refuse. Why are you going to refuse? And everybody else are like this. Where are you going, man? What's going to happen? I wish that before I was had prepared for this. Subhanallah. La tasmu illa hamsa, except the whisper. You're right, you're right. Plus. So therefore, I would like to close this story. There is a king. A king, he is almost in Sakarat al-Maut, he's going to die. So he called his security. He said, if I'm dying, no one carry my janazah except my doctors. Number two, from my palace to the grave, pour all my belonging, the jewelry, the diamond on the street. Just put it. And then when you put me in the box, make 2 holes in the box and put my hand like this. Security said, sir, all your advice, your will be implemented. Can I ask a question more? For the first one, doctor had to carry them. So I want to tell people, even doctor can help me. When you are sick, doctor can give medicine, give you injection, can help you. And I'm dying, what doctor? So I say, look, doctor, they're scary like this. Second one, all that I collected during my life, I cannot bring it. You know, there is a funny story. There is a father, before he died, he asked his children, if I'm died, please put my old sock. The sock is have hole, old one, ugly. So put it. So he died. You know, took shower, everything. Before he put the coffin, you know, his boy came. You know, Sheikh, you have to put this. No, 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 no. Because when you die, you cannot wear it like, you know, so no, only covered. That's not allowed. You know, no, no, this is the will of my father. He said, put his sock on his feet. I said, no, I am, it is again the teaching. So discussing, and his lawyer came. What is going on? I said, you know, this is the will of my father. I said, wait a minute. He left behind the envelope. Let me read what inside. So when they opened the envelope, the first word he said, I know now you are discussing about my sock. Look, son, even sock you cannot carry. Even old sock will not benefit you. I just want to give lesson that. Subhanallah. Right? What the last one? Yeah. Look, when I was born, my hand nothing. I come back also the same. Subhanallah. Yeah. Yeah. So this is I think for today because time for yeah. Yeah. So in conclusion, after finish the story of Musa alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give to you Muhammad the dhikr, the reminder. Whoever follow the reminder, the Quran will be have happy life. Right? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show us some of the seed what going to happen in the judgment. Right? Yeah. Any question?
When we say Malak al-Maut,
Mhm.
is there only one Malak al-Maut or is there many?
Malakul Maut. Yeah, this question about Malakul Maut. Malakul Maut is one,
Many.
but no. Malakul Maut have what you call it? Have soldiers. You know, see, he gets interaction. So, you know, because in Surah Jum'ah, Allah mentioned, right, there's this the special angel. Because what you call one day, remember that Prophet Saleh asked, can you take my soul? But put it back. Because I want to know how look like this. He asked Allah, Allah said. So he took a soul. Oh, no, no. He was company Prophet Saleh for a journey, but he never eat for 2, 3 days, right? So why you don't eat? Because I am Malakul Maut. You are Malakul Maut. So now you're on vacation. No, no, I have stopped. Do my job, right? I stopped it. Yeah. Oh, that's one opinion. Well, Allah have high technology, we don't know, right? So after the Malakul Maut put back his soul, Malakul Maut asked him, how did you find it? He said, Wallahi, more painful 1,000 times than the live animal is killed. Live animal is killed. Just how, yeah. So therefore why it is very important to always say, Dua Allahumma huwin alayna fi sakaratil maut. Allahumma hawwin alayna. He doesn't remove. Hawwin mean make it easy for us, sakaratul maut, when Allah take the soul, right? But of course, for the believer will be a few seconds, because after that Allah will see the Jannah. I said, khalas, the pen is gone, right? Yeah. Alhamdulillah, ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi jalala wajhika wa sultani. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wasallam ajma'in. Allahumma nas'aluka husnal khatimah bil lutfi wal afiyah. Allahumma arham ahla Gaza. Allahumma arham ahla Gaza. Allahumma asfi mardahum. اللهم انصرهم نصرا عزيزا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله وسلم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين.